Okay, Lamborghini Mercy. Yo, chick, she so thirsty.
Welcome, everybody, to my YouTube channel, My Truth. I'm your host, Jess with the Most. And today, we are going to continue on this journey of healing. Today, we're going to be talking about, well, why is this so important? Healing from emotional pain. It's important. You want to be a better person. And in order to do that, you got to look yourself in the mirror and address those areas that needs to be taken care of. So I want you and I together to walk through this journey. Come take a stroll with me. Let's go ahead and give a quick recap of what we want to accomplish on today. So we want to see about healing, emotionally healing from the pain. Pain is a big word. It can be pretty much covering everything. We can talk about pain from childhood trauma. We can talk about relationship trauma causing pain. We can talk about a hurt, a physical pain. But today we are talking about emotional pain. Emotional pain that we want to heal from. And we have to dive in from the root. What causes that pain? And to be honest with you, let's go ahead and start from childhood. I don't want to talk about you. I want to talk about me because it's my truth. So as a kid, I grew up pretty much with an understanding that my mom was mother and father. Never understood relationship dynamics of parenting. For me, I just thought she was bossy. But nevertheless, she taught me a lot. And through that, I learned a very important and valuable lesson. Parent necessarily, in this case, a father is not the one that procreates a kid. It's actually the one that raised a kid. And my dad, he did a good job. He did a good job in instilling values in me. But there was some part of me that still was disconnected. So at the age of 45, I discovered the word rejection. Some of you might say, at that age? Hey, don't blame me. But what you don't know wouldn't hurt you, right? I did not know the word rejection. I heard the gospel song and immediately it clicked. It clicked at that time to know that my biological father and I did not have a connection. And that's what I was feeling that disconnection from. That he never stepped up to be the father that I was hoping for him to be. He never was the man that I was hoping for him to be. But I had to realize that he could not give me something that he himself did not have. So here's the reality. That childhood trauma grew up with me as an adult. And I realized at 45 that rejection was pretty much the problem. And if you don't tackle the root, you have yourself dealing with the branches and the leaves. And that's where relationships, friendship, romantic, business, name it, you're going to encounter rejection. And if you don't know how to deal with rejection, you're up for a pretty rude awakening. And that's the word pain. I said the word pain because, in all honesty, and if I can, let me be candid with it. I want to be honest, transparent. This YouTube channel is about creating a safe space where we can be ourselves. That's what I want to do with you today. Be myself. You see, realizing the fact of my biological father not being who I needed him to be pretty much set things in motion for my adult life. And not understanding what was causing that pain is pretty much trickled down to not being able to handle it from the root. So now that I know what is causing the pain, which is rejection, how everything started, now I'm focused to healing. What we're going to do together is heal. In order for you to heal from any hurt and any pain, you have to do a self-evaluation, self-examination, and be completely honest and truthful to yourself. And here it is. It sucks. Pain sucks. Being rejected by the people that you want to you want them to embrace you for who you are and all that you got to give. And you're rejected. It sucks. But guess what? God would always put people in your life to encourage you and remind you of your worth and of the value that you have. And ultimately, you got to speak to yourself and remind yourself that is not your loss. Look at the great person you are. Say, Jess, look at your personality. Look at the. I'm very charming, by the way. But guess what? It's not your loss, it's their loss. They did not get to experience and have the privilege to know the full version of who you are. And they will never get to know the full potential of who you become. So when you start looking at things like that and you surround yourself with positive influence, people that speak life into you, and you start seeing your worth, then you will start to heal. But if you're having difficulties trying to heal on your own, then don't be ashamed. Because that I did. I seek a therapist. And if you still have struggle with it, then do the very best thing you can do, which is what I did. Talk to God about it. If you don't know him, you have the opportunity to get to know him today. And trust me, he does not judge, because he have had a few characters he dealt with. And I can identify with those characters as well. So guess what? In everything that you do, you have the opportunity to be a better person. You have the opportunity to be truthful to yourself. You have the opportunity to speak your truth. And today, we did that. And we're going to continue to do that because we want to heal to be the best that we are to be. We want to heal to be the best that we were created to be. That's what I'm aiming on, being the best version of myself. So if you like what you have heard, don't forget to give a shout out. Don't forget to share, subscribe, and like. But most importantly, don't forget that all this came together because of Copic Production. So big shout out to Copic Production for the great work that they have been doing. And I'll see you guys on the next episode.
Okay, Lamborghini Mercy. Yo, chick, she so thirsty.